Let's go. We are here. Chapter 11, 12, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get some dubs in chat for the man L with another 5 gifted. Last stream, this man came through, dropped 5 gifted, and now he's back. Christopher W. Christopher, Tiante, Michelangelo, Tiante, my boy, MBQ, Zach, L again. Let's go, Javi, Donnie Dawson. Shout out to L with the gifted. I feel like crap. I just went to sleep or just want to sleep. Hey, listen, this stream, this chapter is gonna soothe your soul, bro. Shout out to my boy Sway, fastest click in history. We are here. We are here. What's good? What's good? What's good? Let's put a poll. All right, I'm gonna create a poll. Rate this chapter. All right, and we're gonna have a 5 out of 5, a 4 out of 5, a 3 out of 5, and a 2 out of 5. I hope no one wants to rate it a 1 out of 5. Who here wants to rate the chapter a 1 out of 5? Let me know. Is the chapter that bad? I only read the short summary. Was good. Was good. This is what I got out of bed for. Bro, ain't no way you got out of bed for this. Made it to the first stream. Bro, what's good, Momo? Hey, I'm excited for this chapter. I'm excited because this new content, at the end of the day, we went 3 weeks of no One Piece. 3 weeks, bro. And I do know one detail. I know one detail about this chapter. It has to do with the timer. The timer, you know, of Vegapunk's announcement. I know about that detail, but other than that, I only read the short summary, and the short summary didn't have that much. The short summary was kind of short. It's good, but I personally was confused. All right, let me see why it's confusing. What's good, Freddie? Did they put the pages out of order again? Because I know every once in a while, they'll accidentally put the pages out of order, and then that shit gets confusing trying to read it. All right, y'all. Should we get started? We got the cover story with Kinemon and Yamato. Translator note: in astrology, an aspect refers to the angles formed by planets in relation to each other on a birth chart or horoscope wheel. Bro, this is just more proof that Oda is on his spiritual shit. Like, not only is Oda like on his mythology shit, Oda's on his conspiracy shit, but Oda's literally on that spiritual shit, bro. Just look at the whole aspect of Haki, like this whole idea of having like willpower and souls and the whole voices thing. Luffy using ESP, heart coherence, mind coherence. Bro, Oda's really like my thing about One Piece. The reason why I like it so much is it's so diverse. That's the thing that makes me love the story the most. Like, a lot of manga or anime that I'll watch and read, it's so like one-dimensional. But when it comes to this story in particular, there's just so many different angles you could look at. Like, even if you talk about like the mythology and like religious part of One Piece, there's still like 20 other religions and 20 other like mythologies that Oda uses for the story. Like, I've never seen a story that's like this fucking diverse, bro. My boy Amuni was good. Oda's truly on another level spiritually and mentally. See, the thing is if Oda could put things into the story on like a spiritual like mind space, but if you don't get it, then you'll never pick up on it, right? It's just like if Oda made like a religious like reference in One Piece and you don't know anything about the religion, then you just wouldn't pick up on it. But like to anyone that, you know, watches my streams and watch the content, to anyone that's like in the stream right now, you know, like if you're spiritual, you could pick up on a lot of the shit in this story. Just look at the Devil Fruit Awakenings. It's literally, at least when it comes to Luffy and how he got Gear 5, right? He basically had to have an ego death. And then you look at Kaido fighting Luffy and they're having a conversation about awakenings. What does Kaido tell Luffy? You need your mind and body to catch up to each other. That's literally based off of mind coherence, heart coherence, and spirituality. And it's just going deeper. It's just going deeper as the story progresses because we barely even figured that out in Wano. But let's start. Let's start. I hope this chapter is not mid, bro. There's no break next week, right? Appreciate it, Tiante, bro. I know you're out here doing your thing too. Young legend. Alright, y'all. So we got Kinemon and Yamato. Only Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 3. Consider this parting gift payment for a favor I must ask of you. Wait, a parting gift payment? Wait, they're parting? Wait, why did Kinemon give Yamato a parting gift? One of them is leaving? Is Yamato can't leave. Is Kinemon leaving Wano? Consider this parting gift payment for a favor I must ask of you. Okay, what if Kinemon is trying to get Yamato to leave Wano? Because why else are they talking about a parting gift and a favor? Bro. Yo, that would be kind of questionable if we have Yamato stay on Wano and not want to join the Straw Hat Pirates, but then she turns around and leaves anyways. What was the point of her staying in Wano then? What the fuck was the point of her staying in Wano? Yamato leaving to travel Wano like Oden? See, but that was Oden's biggest mistake. When Oden left Wano, there was no one, you know, really formidable or powerful to even defend the island, to defend the country. And that was Oden's biggest mistake, right? She needs to right Oden's wrongs by not doing that. She needs to stay in Wano, and like the whole aspect of her devil fruit being the guardian deity of Wano, you know, that was like one of the biggest reasons why like she wouldn't join the crew. But whatever, I guess we'll have to wait and see whatever happens with that. All right, first page. The Mark III Pacifista have all been incapacitated. Don't let up, keep firing. We can't let Emperor Straw Hat's crew escape, okay? It'll be a disaster if Joey Bonnie gets away. He has the black clouds. She is no more than a 12-year-old little girl. Man, I'm trying to figure out, why does Venus, like, why do the Gorosei have like the awakening sash? Because I feel like the Gorosei basically sold their souls to Imu, right? If we look back at Brook's time skip, right? Namakura Island. Those guys on the island were talking about how they were willing to sell their soul and do a soul contract with Satan-sama, right? And they were trying to spawn in a deity through the pentagram. It makes me think that the Gorosei have some kind of like soul contract, some kind of like devil deal with Imu. But at the same time, like, how would they have the sashes? How would they have the transformations? Does Imu grant like a devil fruit ability, like a devil fruit power to somebody without them eating a fruit? It must be like that. Like maybe Imu bypasses it. Like there's this concept of having a transformation. There's this concept of having power and an awakening. And when you eat the devil fruit, you can't swim. But if you take a shortcut through Imu giving you power, you could still swim. I'd imagine these guys, if they were given powers by Imu, like if they sold their soul to Imu, they would still probably be able to swim. Like it feels like it would be like a cheat kind of thing. But they would have to sell their soul. So it would make sense that Imu is like this mother nature that punishes devil fruit users so that they can't swim if they eat a fruit. What do you guys think? Did the Gorosei eat devil fruits, or did they make a deal with Imu? What are you guys thinking? I'm thinking they made a deal with Imu. They have ascended, bro. Exactly why they label as God warriors. Imu has given them that universal freedom to suppress, destroy, experiment, false justice, and etc. Exactly. Yeah, I think it was only through Imu though. And then like you have the whole aspect of like the Gorosei are getting like this large reveal in Egghead Island, the Egghead Island arc, which was the same exact arc we meet Vegapunk, and come to find out that pieces of Vegapunk is made into other ones, right? Pieces of Stella is made into Vegapunks. And then on top of that, they're called satellites, right? Because we know when it comes to the cosmos, planets in a way are satellites, and like moons are satellites. So I think that's a clear like parallel Oda's trying to make there between the Vegapunks and the Gorosei, and then Stella and Emu. Because how ironic that we get this kind of information, like we indulge in this whole like cosmos aspect in the same exact arc where we see the Gorosei's transformation. I think they ate Emu's fingers, became a vessel. Wouldn't that be like Jujutsu Kaisen? Wouldn't that be like Jujutsu Kaisen, bro? What's good, Pakes? What's good, Ben? His sword looks like it's made out of wood. Oh, that's true. Oh, is it because he didn't unsheath it? Maybe he didn't unsheath the sword. Like he's grabbing it right now. He's about to unsheath it. I think that's why the sword looks wooden. Like he wouldn't be grabbing the blade with his hand like this, right? He would be grabbing like the cover. That's cap. I was capping, yeah. Swim, no. Teleport, yes. See, the teleport thing is interesting because I think like a lot of times when characters move really fast and they're like blitzing and they're like going around the map, they're not actually teleporting. Like Kuma, right? He's poofing himself and he's moving so fast that it gives the impression that he's teleporting. But you have the Gorosei using the pentagrams, right? And they literally come out of the ground. So I guess in a way that's teleportation. And I think that would come from like Emu giving them powers. So if you mean it like that, I would agree. Teleporting is black magic in One Piece. Yeah, and like Pakes, the thing is, bro, we know black magic is a thing. Like, we know black magic is a thing. They literally said it was black magic. And like that should be like a whole big discussion. Like black magic, because that seems to be like a separate thing. Or maybe like black magic could be another form of hockey, a twisted form of hockey. But it seems like this whole black magic aspect of One Piece would just have to be its own realm. All right. And you gave her the power to eradicate entire nations. Are they talking about Juri Bonnie? She can eradicate a nation? What is he talking about? And you gave her the power to eradicate entire nations. How does Bonnie eradicate an entire nation? What's good, Levi? What's good, Olatunji? What's good, D? What's good, nothing? What's good, Alex? A time to tune in at 3 and getting paid at the same time, LOL. Yo, who's at work? Who's at work? If you are at work, drop a yes. If you're not at work, drop a no. Pacifista. Oh, because she controls them. Is that why he's saying that like she could destroy a nation because she can control? Is that what you're saying? Astronity. Is that who I think it is? Yo, Astronity. I think. What's good, bro? You're at work, Eli? Eli, you're always at work. You're always at the fucking fish tanks, bro. She has Esper. Magic is real as well. Work and lurk. All right, let's continue. Your defiance is as foolish as it is insolent, Vegapunk. Okay. Let's hurry back to the ship. Yeah, some scary looking guys just arrived. Stop them from setting sail. Target the ship from Elbaf and sink it. Get to the northeastern front on the double. Out of the way. I'm not letting you through. Steam strong. Yo, no way this man Frankie's going against. Ain't no way he's going against a vice admiral. Is he about? Yo, is my boy Frankie about to shit on a vice admiral? I'm not even looking at the next panel. Is my boy Frankie about to shit on a vice admiral? Is that what I'm about to see, bro? Frankie stocks up. Frankie stocks up, bro. Right? Narg. Strong great. Look at that boy Frankie. Wait, why is the hand like that? Do you guys see that hand with the... Yeah, I don't think you can see it because of the way I clipped it on the screen. But there's a hand. There's a hand towards Frankie with bullets. Did he shoot the? I'm confused. Did he shoot the hand out of himself? Because there's like the fingers are on one side and then the guns are on the other side, like the barrels. Yo, is JJ in here? Where's JJ? Bro, John Sherrod is not in the stream right now. He's hiding, bro. Is that boy lurking? Hey, Giants, take care of my dad. You bet. Was that Bonnie that said that? Where's Bonnie? Or is it the giant that said that? Hey, Giants, take care of my dad. You bet. Who is that saying that? Brace yourself, Julie Bonnie. You stupid, miserable brat. We're not going to let you keep a single one of our war machines. Bro, the pacifistas are low-key overrated. Like, pacifistas, I guess they're good for, like, fodder and shit. But, like, really, what is a pacifista gonna do against, like, an admiral? Like, what is a pacifista gonna do against a Gorosei or even Zoro and Sanji? Like, I think current-day Zoro and Sanji, bro, they're gonna handle pacifistas. I think pacifistas is, like... They're good for fodder, basically. Like when you have the arc, when you have a big arc in One Piece and like it's a payoff arc, you have Luffy fighting the big bad, the top Straw Hat members fighting like the workers to the big bad, and then like the pacifistas and like the lower tier Straw Hats, those guys fight the fodder. Pacifistas are for fighting armies and taking over countries, but they're only good against fodder. That's the thing. They're like a fodder machine. Uh-oh, he's not a weapon. Oh, she just straight up turned him into a kid. My daddy is a hero, you cleft chin geezer. This is hard to watch. Stop it. Damn, they're really shitting on him, bro. We really got Bonnie. We got Bonnie and Frankie putting in work, chat. We got Mo. We got Mo. Labostratum. You aren't going to drink that Vega coffee of yours. Don't tease me, Shaka. It's too hot. You know my tongue's as sensitive as a cat's. Huh. There's only 4 minutes left now, Stella. Ah, sip. This is definitely the same room. There's no doubt this is where it was filmed. But... damn, York is such a op. York is the biggest op, bro. York is just Conjuro. York is Conjuro. Bro, I still don't think it's taking place on Egghead, bro. That broadcast is not taking place on Egghead. Yo, shout out to Renee, bro. Shout out to the Philippines. Don't downplay her. Who, York? Y'all think the pacifistas can attain the soul? I mean, if you put a fruit in a pacifista, does that count? Does that count? Okay, boom. They shoot the... what is that? The Labostratum? Is that what they're shooting? Boom. Wait a sec. Don't do anything crazy. Stella, there's not enough time. See, you didn't stop diddly squat. But we could cool the coffee down if we use a thermoelectric device. Thermoelectric to alternate the... Wait. Why are they interrupting that? We can cool the coffee down if we use a thermoelectric device to alternate the... Are they talking about the current? An alternating current? Because Tesla made that. Nikola Tesla was the one that popularized alternating currents. And it was Thomas Edison that had the other type of currents. It wasn't an alternating current. It was the other one. What was it called? I know someone in chat knows what I'm talking about. For real, Vegapunk has like Oppenheimer, Tesla, Einstein, inspiration. Like Stella is the combination of all three, bro. Direct current, yeah, thank you, direct current. So Tesla, he was popularizing the alternating current, which is the superior version of the direct current. And that boy Thomas Edison was such a hater. Thomas Edison and JP Morgan were such haters on fucking Nikola Tesla. Like this man Thomas Edison really took Tesla's inventions and didn't pay him, and Tesla's like, yo, I'm out of here, fuck this. And then JP Morgan literally, bro, chat, JP Morgan literally blackballed Tesla because he wanted to take advantage of the railroad industry with coal, gas, and oil. And this man Tesla was preaching about how there's an energy source, kinetic energy source, that's available everywhere in the world. They had to shut that down to make more money, chat. We got my boy Mike in here. What's good, bro? But yeah, so this is interesting right here. The fact that they said, but we could cool down the coffee if we use a thermoelectric device to alternate the current. I find it funny, like that's what Oda's alluding to, but yet he's still interrupted the conversation. Oda, I'm telling you, longtime viewers of mine, longtime supporters of mine, you guys know how I preach this. Oda has the biggest trend of having a character getting ready to reveal something and spoil something, and you can finish off the details, you can finish off the conversation with context clues, and that interrupted dialogue ends up mattering later in the arc. It happens every single time. You guys know I've been preaching about that writing style, that narrative device for a long time. Like if you look at Punk Hazard, if you guys look back to the beginning of Punk Hazard, all we knew was that Punk Hazard was a fire island, right? We didn't know Punk Hazard had any snow. We didn't know it had any ice up until a certain point. At the beginning, we only knew it was fire and magma. And yet, even at the beginning of that arc, we still had Nami talking about how it looks really cold in the distance and she sees snow and like cold clouds. And then later on, a few chapters later, then it's revealed that the island is split half and half. So this might be the same case, chat. This might be the same situation where Stella's talking about thermoelectric device to alternate currents. It seems to me that Stella discovered the idea of electricity as an energy source, because NL using electricity to fight people is not the same thing as Stella using an electricity source. It's not the same thing. Or even if you look at what's Judge, Vinsmoke Judge, people talk about how his electric rod shoots electricity out of it, but that doesn't mean that they're using electricity as a power source. That just means that Vinsmoke Judge is using electricity as a weapon. Which again, I think Vegapunk discovered electricity. And shouts out to the boy Young Smokey. Young Smokey. Bro, this man will never change, bro. 200 rocks, bro. Big Gorsey chapter. Let's fucking go. No break next week. Chat, we need a Wokie. We need Wokies. We need Wokies. We need Wokies. I need to see everyone in the chat spam the word Wokie. Young Smokey, you are an absolute legend, bro. You're I always tell you this, so incredibly generous, man. Young Smokey, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. You are a fucking legend. And you know, bro, Young Smokey, the best part about a chapter is usually no break next week, right? You could read the spoilers, right? And it could be decent, but if it says no break next week, whew, it's like a relief. Yo, what's good, Irfan? What's good, Fabian? What's good, One Piece World? What's good, Karu? What's good, Soli? Bro, Young Smokey, you legend, bro. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, my boy. I'm telling you, these streams are sponsored by Smokey and L. Those are my sponsors. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. If I were Stella, I'd have made sure the broadcast snail was well hidden. Then I shall continue until the entire lab is vaporized. See, where's King J? Where's King J? Is he watching the stream? If you're in my Discord, find King J and spam him. I give you permission. The mods won't ban you. Find King J and spam him. Tell him to watch the stream. Bro. The broadcast is being taken place on Kamabaka Kingdom. Monkey D. Dragon is the one broadcasting the message. That's what's going on, bro. These guys, the Gorsei, are gonna eradicate the whole island. They're gonna blow everything up. Vegapunk and Stella knew that was gonna happen. Shaka literally started the arc by saying they're out to kill me. Vegapunk knows the Gorsei are aware that Vegapunk snuck behind their back to research the Void Sentry, which would mean that the island of Egghead has Void Sentry knowledge, the most tumultuous tool for someone in the One Piece world. With that being said, Stella should imagine they're gonna destroy the island, right? You guys that's been watching the channel for a while, like we said this at the beginning of Egghead Island, that this was going to be a Kizaru arc, a Vegapunk arc. We were going to get some Void Century knowledge. So we even called from the very beginning it was going to be a parallel to Ohara, that not only Ohara is going to get blown up and destroyed and killed because they're harvesting Void Century knowledge, but if Stella is doing the same thing, then it makes a lot of sense that they would destroy Egghead Island. So Stella should not broadcast on Egghead Island. He should broadcast somewhere else, and that somewhere else could be on Kamabaka Queendom with Dragon when Shaka was on the phone with them. And look at this. I'd have made sure the broadcast snail was well hidden. It would be well hidden if it wasn't even on Egghead in the first place. And then this detail right here, you guys see this from Mars? He says, then I shall continue until the entire lab is vaporized. That's exactly what they're going to do. That's exactly what Oda is setting up, trying to get us on the edge. Like, oh my God, the Gorosei, they're going to blow up the island. They're going to blow up every building and the broadcast is going to end. But that's the curveball. That's the red herring. Oda wants you to think that broadcast is being hidden somewhere on Egghead. And the whole time it's not even on Egghead, it's on Kamabaka. This is a theory. I'm dying on the hill for that theory. But shouts out to the boy Young Smokey with a 50. Young Smokey, bro. You can't just come to the stream and just drop a huge 250 like that. You're insane, bro. Insanely generous, bro. Thank you. Especially good when Oda drags the robot. Then we get a chapter followed by no break next week. LOL. I also agree the message is definitely coming off the island. I hope it's on Eva Island, Kamabaka. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Young Smokey, that broadcast, bro. We're gonna take a W together. Who is on the agenda with me, chat? Who is on the agenda? We're gonna call it the Kamabaka broadcast. That's the theory. That is the narrative. That is the agenda. The Kamabaka broadcast. Vegapunk Stella is gonna be on camera talking about secrets to the world and is being broadcasted from Kamabaka Queendom. Who's with me? Thank you, Smokey. I got you, bro. We're gonna take this dub, Smokey. Kamabaka Incorporated. Kamacast. What's good, Vizwa? Shout out to Karu. Shout out to Christopher. It seems pretty likely. Why else would Oda suddenly introduce Wi-Fi snails? Hey, Oda introduced Wi-Fi snails. Oda introduced Wi-Fi hockey. Bro, what's next? A Wi-Fi devil fruit? Shouts out to the boy Young Smokey. He said, listen, y'all, I don't rob a bank. All right, listen, y'all, I done robbed the bank. Is that what you're saying? You done robbed the bank? Hey, Tiante, I trust Stella. If you want to tell me to not trust Vegapunk, that Vegapunk is going to be, York. Okay. That'd be a mistake. The second floor of Building B is dedicated to weapons development, and the first floor houses the power station. Not only that, but the third floor, Building C, stores a number of high-pressure gas cylinders. If we damage all of those, the resulting explosion will blow Punk records to smithereens. Then think of a solution. Your satellites are all share all identical thought processes, correct? Of course, I know exactly how to stop this. Besides, we don't want to rack up any more sins. Huh. That's interesting. We don't want to rack up other sins. Hey, what is she trying to say? What is she trying to say? We don't want to rack up any more sins. Is she saying she doesn't want to kill more Vegapunks, or is she saying she doesn't want to make more Vegapunks? Huh. Our relationship is already troubled enough. Then we got Mars, okay. I sense the voice of a small life form above. You mean Punk Records? Don't tell me he hid the snail there. It'll be one of the broadcast snails we recently finished developing. They're shaped like this, with a sort of triangular shell. Oh, bro. Yo, you guys can say I'm coping. I don't care. That Wi-Fi snail right there is gonna be a red herring, bro. That Stella expected them to notice the Wi-Fi snail at some point to distract them and waste their time. I'm staying on the Kamabaka agenda, bro. What's good, Romans? Where is the entrance? Bro, it's a decoy. Exactly, it's a decoy. Yo, Karu, I'm totally not coping, bro. I'm not huffing on hopium, bro. That's what I said. York is stalling Mars. See, the thing is York might not be aware. Like, they might have like hid that information from York somehow. Cause don't they upload their brain like once a day? What if they like created that and like her brain hadn't updated by the time it was by the time they placed it or whatever, or after? Huff huff, what a relief, it's gone. Guess it wasn't interested in us. The feeling is mutual. Bro, she's still alive? How is she still alive? I thought this bitch died. Did she not get stabbed? Who was it that stabbed her again? Was it Lucci? Didn't she get stabbed through the chest? Bro, I thought she'd be dead by now. What in the blue blazes was that monster? Going off of what we overheard, I think it's one of the 5 elders. Go figure. What a repulsive transformation. Damn, she's just sitting there while he's stuck in a bubble. The girl, bro. What's her name? The CP0 girl. How to slip my mind? She got stabbed. Stussy. Yeah, didn't she get stabbed? I guess that's why she's like bleeding on her collar. So why are you still here? Did your new pals leave you high and dry? Bro, Young Smokey. Bro, Young Smokey. Young Smokey. Are you insane, my guy? Are you insane, Young Smokey? Shouts out to the king, the man, the myth, the legend, Young Smokey. Oh. Shouts out to the man, the myth, the legend, bro. Thank you so much, bro. I'm thinking the message will be a live stream of the Gorosei and Luffy fighting, and Mars can't stop the broadcast. But when he tries, he triggers it instead Vegapunk is definitely pulling the okie dokie on the world government. Bro, I actually like that. I like the idea of them streaming the fight, because then that proves that Nika exists, right? If they actually have the whole world watching a Vegapunk live stream, and Vegapunk's talking this mythical legend of Sun God Nika, and he literally points the camera to Luffy, and you could see Luffy like in his Gear 5 Nika mode, that's proof right there to the world. They're gonna be like, he could easily start the message with like, there was once a legend of a man named Sun God Nika. He used to be a part of this ancient kingdom that was so advanced, and now Sun God Nika's back, and he is prophesized to save the world. And then Vegapunk points the camera to Luffy, and you can see Luffy stretching, white hair, imagination. Bro, good take, Young Smokey. I could see that happening. Shouts out to the boy Young Smokey. Thank you, bro. Smokey with the daily tributes. Bro wants to meet Emu. Bro, this man Smokey's trying to buy his way into Marijois. Like Doflamingo. So why are you still here? Did your new pals leave you high and dry? I'd be downright heartbroken if it weren't for your own recent double cross. I decided to stay of my own volition. Someone needed to be here to carry out this final mission. What final mission? Is the final mission the broadcast? Oda, please don't make Emu a man, bro. Emu might be a man. It's Emu. It's either Emu is a man or Emu is a trans woman. I'm telling you. They said Emu say. Say as in man. They didn't say Emu gu. Emu gu would mean that it's a woman, but they said Emu say. So Smokey, your best hope, your best hope is that Emu is a trans woman on some Ivankov shit, on some Bon Clay timing. Hey, we love Bon Clay at the stream. In this stream, we love Bon Clay. Are we lagging, bro? It's always crashing, bro. Are we back? Are we back, chat? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Yo, everyone spam refresh the stream. I don't know why the stream even crashed because I have full bars right now. I got full bars of Wi-Fi, chat. We got full bars. I have full bars of Wi-Fi. Hit that like button. Chat, how many likes are we at? How many likes are we at? Young Smokey, thank you so much, bro. I'm not gonna rain on your parade anymore. I'm not gonna rain on your parade anymore. If you want Emu to be a woman, then Emu's a woman. Hey, look, think of it this way. Think of it this way. You, look, it could be your opinion, bro. Young Smokey, no matter what Emu ends up looking like and sounding like, it could be up to you if you decide Emu's a woman, bro. Until Oda shows us. Am I allowed to say what I want to say on stream, chat? There's only one true way to know if Emu's a man or a woman. There's only one true way. And I don't think Oda is gonna, Alright, anyways. Hang on. We're just gonna leave Stussy behind. There's no helping it. That darn barrier has to be lowered than the instant. Lower the instant the ship attempts its big escape. Titties, yo. That wouldn't even be enough proof. Actually, you could never really prove it. Just, chat, we're moving on to a different subject. Chat, what is Emu doing, bro? What is Emu doing, bro? Are we back? What is Emu doing? What is going on? This literally only happens when we're live, bro. What's good, Matilda? You see this shit we're dealing with, Matilda? They don't wanna see us winning. They wanna see us knocked offline. Live streaming of the fight is the reason why Vegapunk insisted on video Dendenmushi. Bro, see, I totally agree with the idea that Vegapunk wants to display something. I totally agree with that, right? The concept of saying, hey, we need a visual Dendenmushi, that proves that Vegapunk wants to show the world something. Because if it was only Vegapunk speaking something out, they could just do an audio Dendenmushi. They wouldn't need a visual Dendenmushi. So he does want to show something. But the thing is, he could show them technology. Maybe he could show them a book. Maybe he could show them a map. Maybe he could show them a picture. Because don't forget, Vegapunk made holograms. Vegapunk made holograms on Egghead Island. There's a possibility that Vegapunk made a hologram of Nika, or Vegapunk made a hologram of the Ancient Kingdom. And shout out to G with the 20. With the 20. With the 20. Bro, put some respect on his name. Put respect on G's name. 20. My boy G. Certified fucking legend, bro. Certified legend, bro. Thank you, bro. Salute to G, bro. Yo, what a fitting name, bro. Because this man is a G, bro. Thank you. Who all got it? Matilda got it. J. Steph got it. Amy got it. Harrison got it. Corey. What's good, Corey? How do you claim? Yo, chat, isn't there like a button? You have to click the, I think you click the button next to the chat. I think it looks like a money sign. And then you have to enable memberships. I think you have to enable gifted memberships or something like that. I think it looks different depending if you're on mobile or desktop. I'm on desktop, so I don't know. Is that Ronnie Williams? Is that Ronnie Williams? Nah, man, salute to 3. Man's theories kept me going through so many breaks. Yo, appreciate it. I'm telling you, we're still cooking to this day, bro. We're still, bro, I don't need to cook publicly. I could cook in private. Excuse me. Yo, G, you're a legend, bro. Thank you. Hang on, we're just gonna leave Stussy behind? There's no helping it. That darn barrier has to be lowered the instant the ship attempts its big escape. And mind you, the Frontier Dome can only be disarmed from the command tower. The lady wanted to do it herself. We can only respect that and show our gratitude by getting out of here alive. Of course, we won't waste this chance to escape, but the thing is, how are we meant to cover the distance that Vigaforce 01 was originally gonna fly us? That's the real head scratcher here, Nico Robin. According to my calculations and all conventional wisdom, we're 100% guaranteed to crash and burn. Oh shit, chat, what are they gonna do? Yo, Scorpio, what's good, bro? What's good? What's good, Scorpio? Warpio? Yo, chat, so how do you think they're gonna get past the barrier? How are they gonna get past the barrier? What are they gonna do? Is someone gonna have to, do they have to shut down the barrier? What's good, Juan? They might have to destroy the barrier. Where's Kuma? Bro, Kuma is, yeah, wasn't he with Bonnie originally? Remember Bonnie and Kuma, weren't they like in the air or something? Where did Kuma go? I forgot, bro. Where is Kuma? I'm still a little bit disappointed. I wish that Kuma would have had like a big reaction, bro. I wish Oda would have like spent 1 page of having Kuma crying, like Kuma reacting to seeing Nika. Like we should have got 1 page of that. I don't think that's too much to ask for. Just draw Kuma looking up to the sky, looking at Luffy, looking at Nika, crying, oh my god, he exists, and then move on, right? I feel like Oda should have did that. Yo, Sifu, what's good, bro? Appreciate it. Fuck is up, we back. Chat, go subscribe to that man Sifu. He's been putting the work in for months. I see it. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, Sifu. Seafood. Okay, guys, I finished loading up the Coupe de Burst. We could take off towards the sea, and the second Zoro and the others get on board. If we don't make it, we'll have to improvise and rely on everyone's powers. Let's give it our all. That's probably what it's gonna be. It's probably like all the Straw Hats are gonna work together to like make it through the barrier or make it through. I think it's gonna be like a team effort. Oda's gonna make like a double page. Like you're gonna see every Straw Hat doing shit so that they can make it through. LOL, I read that name too fast and read that as shut the fuck up and not Sifu. Kuma is temporarily separated by Bonnie by a few feet. Okay, so if Bonnie is with the Giants, then Kuma is with the Giants then. Because isn't Bonnie with the Giants? Bonnie's with the Giants, right? Okay, where do we leave off? Okay, we left off over here. Ah ha ha ha, wowee, this sure is a rowdy crew. They say miracles happen because guts triumphs over all, and I love that theory. Even if I'm a scientist. Wait, who the... Oh, Edison talks like that. Robin can fly since she became a demon, Ibin Wano. Yo, Robin, go watch my Robin video, bro. Robin has the Lilith Devil Fruit. Robin has the Lilith Devil Fruit. Go watch that video. Edison, what are you doing? I'm gonna make sure your ship reaches the ocean. Edison! Bro, no way Edison just kamikazed like that. Bro, Edison. Trust me, projected damage is 78%. I ain't dying yet. Bro, what? Is it 78% damage to his body? Or is it 78% damage to the barrier? Chat, is the barrier taking 78% of damage, or is it Edison that's taking 78%. What was the point of him doing that? Doesn't the barrier just continue closing? Are they trying to make a hole in the barrier? Is that what they're trying to do? They're trying to make a hole in the barrier? A terrible vortex is emanating from the island. Look at the worm, bro. Damn. Edison is maxing out. What power? It's sucking us in. We're not getting anywhere. Oh, look at Luffy. That boy Luffy's struggling. Damn it. If you're so hungry, snap, try chewing on this building. He threw a building in his mouth. Bro, Luffy is just like Popeye. Who here has seen like the old Popeye cartoons? Like, bro, Popeye was like a creative fighter, right? And you know how he would do that thing where he would flex and make his muscle all big, kind of like Luffy? Luffy and Popeye are so similar to each other. Like, there would be like an episode of Popeye. There would be like a moment of Popeye where like the enemy, the antagonist or whatever, is like shooting like candles to light them on fire, and you're just thinking like, how is Popeye gonna top that? And then Popeye like swallows the gun instead to something completely like different. Like Luffy, I think Oda definitely took inspiration from Popeye. Popeye the Sailor Man, exactly, G. I know I'm wrong, but it really feels like the devil fruits can be manipulated within reason based on your imagination, just not Nika fruit. That's an interesting one. Because I was always under the assumption that like this whole imagination aspect is like a Luffy thing, not necessarily like a devil fruit thing. What do you think, chat? Do you think that devil fruits in general can be manipulated within reason based on imagination, or is that Luffy? Or maybe they can all be manipulated, like what you're saying, they can be manipulated to an extent by imagination, but with the Nika fruit, then there is no limit. Is that what you're saying? Gow, ga ba 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 ba. This is a real thrill. I'm beat. Look at that, Luffy looking old again, just like the energy steroids of Fishman Island. Bro, chat, I'm telling you, the energy steroids at Fishman Island, the reason why they were in a box and the box itself is a national treasure is because that box also housed the Gomu Gomu no Mi. It housed the Nika fruit. When the Fishman Island residents finally got accepted into the Reverie, and when the Fishman Island residents finally had rights, they grabbed the Nika fruit, put it into the ancient robot, it powered up, didn't create the drums of liberation because the robot doesn't have a heart, and it went and attacked Marijua. And when it attacked Marijua and it got defeated and killed or whatever, the fruit went back into circulation. But I think the Nika fruit spent most of its time since the Void Century at Fishman Island. What's good, Victor? Instead of spinach, it's meat, bro. Exactly. All right. What the straw hat? You look like an old man. I'm all out of food and power. Food, bro. Luffy, didn't you just eat? Didn't Luffy eat before like this whole battle? Remember, like Kizaru. People thought Kizaru fed him, and he's eat again. Bro, no way. This man's eating 2 meals in one arc. You were gonna get to the point where like the final arc of One Piece, like against Luffy or like against Blackbeard, Luffy's gonna have to eat like 4 or 5 times in the arc. Blah, what's that smell? Fermented shark. It's an emergency ration from Elbaf. Gah, blah, 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 blah. It may stink, but it's tasty. Whoa, that hit the spot. Gah, gah, gah. Your body's so expressive. You're back to normal. Bro, see, Luffy's on his Popeye shit now. He's on his Popeye shit. That boar's charging. Leap. Gear 3rd. Gomu Gomu no. Red Rock. Let's go, Luffy. Pause? Wait, what did I say? Why are you saying pause? What did I say? What did I just say? Why are y'all saying pause? What did I say? Did I say some real girth? Hey, yo! Huh? Hey, wait. I'm calling you out, Sway Shocks. Luffy is a fatty, bro. Real girth. Hey, yo. Bro, Sway. You do not have the answers. You don't have the answers, bro. Man, talk about Luffy got girth. What? Sway. Don't tell everyone. Bro, you said it. You said it. You said it. Sometimes it's gotta suck being a streamer and misses some of the funniest shit in the chat. Bro, I try my best to read everything. Sometimes it's too hard because I also gotta read the chapter. And like when you guys leave like good messages and super chats, like sometimes you guys will say something so interesting and I just wanna go on like a 30-minute tangent, bro. Like this man Smokey, whenever he sends a message, bro, he'll say some shit that just like stimulates my mind, pause, and I'll just end up going on a whole fucking TED Talk. Yo, what's good, Omar? All right, Luffy just hit that boy with the red rock, okay. Ow! How hard is this guy's skin? Yeah, why did Luffy get hurt? Wouldn't Luffy use armament? Chat, if Luffy used red rock on the Gorosei, would you assume that Luffy used armament? Because why is this a hand hurting? Does that Gorosei have stronger armament than Luffy? Is that what happened? Like his armament, his hockey armament is so much stronger than Luffy's, so then it hurts Luffy? Y'all said no Diddy. His yokai fruit has insane durability. Oh, so it's better than Kaido. He has better durability than Kaido? Is that what you're telling me? Labostratum back entrance. Yeah. Hey, hang on. What the world? Who goes on there? Oh shit, here comes Saturn. Oh my god. The low tier straw hats are about to get swept. Saturn's climbing up. It looks like a crab. Okay, so now we can keep track of who is where. Chopper, Nami, and Usopp versus Saturn. Northeast Coast, the Giants. And then Frankie, Bonnie. What's that girl's name? I don't even remember that girl Vegapunk. What's her name again? That girl Vegapunk versus Venus. Bro, Venus, bro, that silhouette is tough, bro. Look at that Venus silhouette. Bro, that shit's tough. Sanji's gonna arrive soon? Oh no, we're on the last page. Punk Records Labostratum. There's only one more minute, Stella. I know. This must be it. It seems fortune did not favor you this time, Vegapunk. Gurgle, gurgle. Gurgle, gurgle. Gurgle. Wait. I thought... Oh. Damn. What's good, Moolah? Gurgle. Well, what is that exact sound effect, though? What is the gurgle? Huh? What is that? Why does Mars not look surprised? He doesn't seem surprised by the gurgle sound effect. What's good, Moolah? Atlas, yeah, Atlas. Chat, what are the theories on the sound effect? The thing is Mars doesn't even react to it. Like he's not even reacting to the sound effect. Why isn't he reacting to it? It's someone's mom. Don't trust Shaka. Bro, come on, Shaka's a real one. I think the only op of the Vegapunks is York. I think that's the Vegapunk op. The gurgle sound effect is York giving me head. Bro, Moolah, what the fuck?
Oh my god,
Yo, you guys cannot blame me for how you guys act in chat. I can't take accountability for what you guys say any longer, bro. You guys have cultivated your own culture. It's not me. Bro, I have no idea what the sound effect is for. I have no clue. Chat, how about this? A wise man once said that the gurgle gurgle sound effect is sound effects for bubbles, right? Because Khalifa, right? Khalifa from CP9 is on Egghead. And she's about to fight Mars, bro. Mars is about to get low diffed. Mars is about to get low diffed from CP9 Khalifa. I'm not stealing your theories. I just said a wise man once said. It's Khalifa. Fabian, it's Khalifa. She's literally on Egghead. No, not Mia Khalifa, bro. You look at how y'all are acting. I can't take accountability and responsibility for this shit. It's Dragon. Okay, who here thinks it's Dragon? With a yes or a no in the chat, is this gurgle sound effect Dragon? Is this gurgle sound effect Dragon? I'm not gonna say yes. I'm saying no. Bro, that ship has sailed, bro. I don't think it's Dragon. I can't. It's not Dragon, bro. It's not Dragon. At least Oda would have drew some fucking sweat bullets running down Mars's face. I don't think it's Dragon. Y'all are on copium. Y'all are on copium. NL gargling on his own ego. Yo, I forgot about that. NL's coming down, bro. NL is coming down from the moon to Egghead Island. I forgot about that. Damn. Shouts out to Sway with the 3 months. Thank you, bro. Nah, I'm down for Mia Khalifa, bro. It is not Mia Khalifa. Yo, how about you get a detox, bro? You need to be detoxed. You need to detox your brain, bro. Detox. You can't be sitting there watching and consuming that. No more, bro. Man paid just to say that. All right, y'all. So what do we rate this chapter? Unfortunately, I don't think there's too much to talk about. We have the gurgle sound effect. We have Venus rolling up on 3 people. We have, who else was it? It was Venus. And we have Saturn pulling up on 3 people. Where is Sanji? Where the fuck is Sanji? Where is Kuma? Where is Zoro? Where are they right now? This has been the most sussy chat in a while. Bro. It's a 3 out of 10 only because Frankie got his moment. Yeah, that's kind of funny that Frankie... Who was it that he punched again? A Vice Admiral. It's funny that Frankie's moment against the Vice Admiral is one of the better moments of this chapter. I guess the cover story is interesting. Do you guys like the cover story? I want to figure out what's happening with the cover story. Who is going where? Because it seems to me that Yamato didn't join the Straw Hats because she wanted to stay on Wano. Yamato did not join the Straw Hats because she wanted to stay at Wano and protect Wano. So why are they talking about a parting gift now? Is it Yamato's going around Wano? Okay, I guess that could work. You think she's going to travel around the country? Because she spent her life in a Wano prison. Like, she doesn't even really know Wano. Right? Like, she spent her life in a cage. Like, why should she go travel the world, bro? At least travel your country first. Gurgle Gurgle is just Zoro crawling through some tunnel because he was lost and he's about to face Mars. Bro, ain't no way. What is the leading theory? What is the leading theory for the sound effect? Why would it be Zoro? Why would he gurgle? What is gurgle even for? Manga gurgle sound effect. Manga sound effect guide. What is gurgle for? Oh, it's a stomach growl. Gurgle slash stomach growl. Huh. Gurgle slash... Yo, how funny would that be, Aditya? How funny would that be? We're all sitting here making theories about the sound effect, and it's actually just the fucking... It's actually just the snail. This whole time, it's been the snail. So it's a Wapple. Bro, G. Why is that actually fire? Wapple jumped out of Morgan's ship, and now he's about to fight Mars. York belly? It's York's hungry ass? Oh, that might be true. That makes sense. Because where was York last? Wasn't she with the bird? Wasn't she with... The last time we saw York, she was with Mars, right? Yeah, because she was with Mars. So if she's with Mars, it makes sense that that gurgle is her stomach. Huh. Yeah, it's probably York. It's probably York, bro. It's York. It's York, bro. To gurgle is to make a sound like bubbling or splashing water, Google says. I think it's this stomach growl. I think it makes a lot of sense that it's York. It's not gurgle, it's more like bubbles. Yo, I trust this site over the leakers. I trust this site over the leakers because the leakers said it was a bubble sound effect. They never said it was a gurgle sound effect. And now that we have the chapter, it says gurgle. It doesn't even say bubbles. And like this website right here says that gurgle and stomach growl is the same sound effect. And like the last time we saw York, she was with Mars. So we could presume that York is still with Mars. Why would York separate from Mars, right? That would be so much of a troll. I don't even think it's a troll. I think expecting it to not be York is expecting too much. Like, I don't think the gurgle sound effect is supposed to be something huge, personally. I think, like, we might be pertaining it to something really big for no reason. Like, not everything has to be a huge reveal, right? Not everything has to be a huge reveal. What's good, Augustus? I think it's the Vegapunk brain inside something with water and bubbles, like Germa clones. I don't think it'll be another clone. But why will York be such a surprise? But the thing, okay, we're back to what I was saying. It doesn't have to be a surprise. Like anytime Oda gives us a little breadcrumb to something, we can't assume it's going to be something huge, right? Not everything in the story is like a huge, crazy twist or reveal. Wapple is dangerous as fuck. Imagine if you consume the ancient robot. I think it's York, chat. I'm gonna lock in my guess. I think it's York because York's entire shtick is being like a hungry, gluttonous girl. And the last time we saw her, it was with Mars. I don't think it has to be a crazy reveal. I don't see why it has to be. Mars doesn't even look nervous. My vote is Sway's mom. Bro, that's foul. Bro, Sway, I wouldn't let that slide. Why would the robot make a gurgle sound? Think about that. Why would the robot make a gurgle sound? Also, isn't he at the top? Mars is like at the top of the dome. Sway gotta stand on business right now, bro. Sway, why are you so quiet, bro? Bro's lucky I don't abuse my mod powers. Damn. Yo, G, I wouldn't take that. If someone told me that I'm lucky because they're not gonna be abusing mod powers, I wouldn't take that. I would say some foul shit, basically. York betraying the elders? Nah. I think York has invested too much in betraying Stella. York has invested too much of herself into betraying Stella and the other Vegapunks. The whole creation of Mother Flame, the whole thing of like capturing Cypher Pole agents, because wasn't it her that was capturing the Cypher Pole agents? I think she's invested too much in betraying. It would just be very strange if then she turns her back on the Gorosei again. Because like, why make Mother Flame? Why work that factory that like, I guess it gives power to Mother Flame or whatever? It just seems strange that she would invest all that to help them and then change her mind. I think York is going to stay dedicated to helping the Gorosei, being like a Gorosei bootlicker. Is Vegapunk actually dead? Probably not. Because when we had that recent chapter of, you guys remember that recent chapter where Oda was showing where everyone was at around the island? One of the little bubbles showed where Stella was at, and I feel like Oda's kind of giving us, Oda's pushing us in the direction to keep track of where Stella is. And it seems like if he's dead, does it really matter where Stella is? Stella also said to leave him behind or whatever. So it seems like Oda's doing something to keep Stella alive for at least a moment. Maybe Stella is not gonna live, but maybe they're going to put Stella's consciousness into a robot, or maybe they're going to put Stella's consciousness into Punk Records, or they're going to use Stella's consciousness for something. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Stella has his vessel survive, you know? Shout out to Smokey with the 3 months. Like the stream, y'all run up them numbers. Run it up. Thank you. Shouts out to the boy Young Smokey going crazy. Man, going crazy today. Thank you, Young Smokey, bro. I appreciate you. Gurgle sound effect might be Morgan's shit pulling up. Shout out to Sifu. Thank you, bro. So here's my thing. Sifu. Ever since we saw Morgan's eavesdrop on Egghead Island, it made sense to me that that Morgan's would be in the vicinity of Egghead Island. Not only that, but we know that Vivi is on the ship with Morgan's, and Vivi has a vested interest in the Straw Hats, has a vested interest in Luffy. Vivi can't go back to Alabasta. It's a death wish. If Vivi goes back to Alabasta, she's gonna die and get captured, right? Vivi's only option to survival is going with Luffy, linking up with the Straw Hats, right? So I 100% agree that Morgan's and Vivi are gonna make their way towards Luffy. But my question is, would that gurgle sound effect be that? Because I think there could easily be a situation where, like you said, Morgan's ship goes to Egghead, right? But maybe the gurgle sound effect is something else, right? Like two things can be true at once. Like Morgan's and Vivi can go to Egghead, but then the gurgle sound effect is something else. Because I'm led to believe this gurgle sound effect is York. The last time we saw Mars in this chapter, he was with York. And like the gurgle sound effect is supposed to be a stomach growl, right? It's a stomach growl. York is, her entire motif is like this hungry, gluttonous person. You know, so I think Morgan's, I think I like halfway agree with you. Morgan's is gonna come to Egghead, or Morgan's comes to Elbaf, but like the gurgle sound effect would probably be York. Vivi's supposed to be with Luffy, like Lily was to Joy Boy. Exactly. Because Queen Lily, she obviously had a connection to Joy Boy and Nika, seeing how she was the one that like helped pass down the D initial. And Vivi is supposed to be like a perfect parallel to Queen Lily. It makes a lot of sense that the parallel here is Lily is to Vivi as Joy Boy is to Luffy. I 100% agree with that. But what will change if that is York? So I said this a few times earlier. I'll just like give you the TLDR. I don't think the gurgle sound effect has to be a mind-blowing thing. Like, I know it would be cool if we end the chapter and it says gurgle, gurgle, and then next chapter Oda gives us a mind-blowing situation where like this character we didn't expect is up there with Mars, and this whole crazy situation, and now they're gonna fight Mars. Like, yes, that would be cool. That would be interesting, right? But I don't think it has to be that way. You know, like, I'm trying to temper the expectations. I don't think everything has to be mind-blowing. What if the gurgles for the different snail? I mean, I don't think the snail would be... So here's the thing. On the first panel of the gurgle, it's not pointing at the snail. It's not pointing at the snail in the first one. If it was the snail, it would be pointing at it. That's why I think it's York. You guys see this? Look. It's not pointing at the snail. So it seems to me that like the whole concept of a gurgle, which is a stomach growl, it makes sense that it would be York, given that York was the last person with Mars. Bro, barrier fruit, the Gorsei into the sea. Plot twist, Emu gonna Lelucia egghead with all the Gorsei, Emu takes no chances. See, I love that take. Chloe, I love that take. I love that take. Like, we've always been shown the number one issue for the Gorsei is Void Century knowledge. The number one problem to Emu is taboo secrets. Joy Boy, the Ancient Kingdom, the One Piece, that is their number one issue. We know through the Ohara Island flashback, they are willing to kill everyone on an island and destroy the island into smithereens if they have Void Century knowledge. Given that Stella went behind the government's back to research about the Void Century at Elbaf, they're going to do whatever it takes to destroy the island. And they wanted to test Mother Flame. Right? Remember? They wanted to test Mother Flame for something. They wanted to use Mother Flame for something, and they wanted to test it before they used it for whatever their original goal was. Whatever the ulterior motive to Mother Flame is, they had to test it. So they used it on the Lucia Kingdom. It makes the most sense to me that instead of using a Buster Call on Egghead to parallel Ohara, it's going to be Mother Flame on Egghead to parallel Ohara, because either way, the islands are being destroyed. And again, like Oda with the red herrings, Oda wants us to think about how there's a Buster Call. Oda had this arc in Egghead. Oh, Buster Call, Buster Call, Buster Call. We're going to use a Buster Call. And then you have all the memes about how Robin is surviving like 3 different Buster Calls. That's the red herring. Oda wants you to think about the Buster Call. Because if you're sitting there and you're focused on the Buster Call, you're not thinking about Lelucia. You're not thinking about Mother Flame. You're thinking about the Buster Call. And they're going to do whatever they can to eradicate the island. What if the alliance on Egghead prevents the Buster Call? If the alliance on Egghead prevents the Buster Call, the government's just not going to be like, okay, we failed the Buster Call, whatever. It's completely fine. Like, no, Emu's going to be like, nah, fuck that. Use Mother Flame. Now that we know how Mother Flame works, Mother Flame Egghead. Hit Egghead with the Mother Flame. And Emu being so against taboo knowledge, why would he even care about the Gorsei? I'm not led to believe that Emu loves the Gorsei. Emu comes off as a demon, a tyrannical, evil creature that shapeshifts, propagates slavery, racism, all that kind of stuff. I'm not led to believe that Emu is all loving to the Gorsei. Emu's allegiance is to himself. His allegiance is to himself and controlling the world. The Giants are already destroying the ships, so that's the only other option. Exactly, bro. I don't think the Buster Call is gonna work, bro. The Straw Hats are way too strong now. Their alliance is a lot stronger than it was at Eni's lobby. Emu doesn't give no fucks about them at all. They are slaves. Exactly. And I think that would be like a slight turning point for the Gorsei. Like maybe that'll plant seeds in the Gorsei's head where it's like, oh wow, we've been working for Emu for X amount of time, and what does he do to us? He tries to blow us up on the island. Shouldn't Emu have our back? Like, he was completely against us when we wanted to test Mother Flame in the ocean or in the forest. Emu was completely against our idea. And now what is Emu doing to us, the Gorsei? He's trying to nuke the island of Egghead while we're on it. That would like kind of like be a turning point for the Gorsei. And I don't necessarily think that's going to make the Gorsei want to rebel. Like, I don't think the Gorsei are going to turn their back and try to kill Emu or whatever. But at the same time, it would show more of Emu's character, right? To us, the readers, to the audience. It shows us that Emu is a very selfish, malevolent person, to the point where Emu's willing to kill the 5 closest people to him. Emu's willing to risk the lives of the Gorsei if that means hiding Void Century knowledge. Like, he would rather have Gorsei die than Void Century knowledge getting out. And in this case, it would be because of using Mother Flame. You know, it would be an Oda move to make Buggy Seraphim the strongest, bro. That's exactly what I was saying a few months ago. You were probably agreeing with me. The Buggy Seraphim being the strongest would be like the funniest thing, because obviously Buggy is not like the strongest person, right? It would be an Oda move. Okay, the Gurgle is Uranus. The hatched egg on top of Egghead is Uranus. That ancient weapon has allegiance to Joy Boy. Wait, Uranus? You're saying Uranus is on Egghead? I'm led to believe that Uranus is on Elbaf. If you remember Ed War, the fight between Roger and Shiki, we saw an egg on Roger's ship. When we saw that egg on Roger's ship, Shiki made a comment about how Roger had an ancient weapon. It couldn't be Pluton, because Pluton has been slumbering under Wano for a very long time. And it can't be Poseidon, because Poseidon wasn't born yet. It leads me to believe that when Shiki said Roger had an ancient weapon, he was referring to Uranus. And that egg that was shown on Roger's ship during that conversation would be Uranus, right? Now the question would be, okay, would Roger put that egg on Egghead? I think he would put that egg on Elbaf. I think Roger would put that egg on Elbaf, and maybe that's the reason that Shanks has such an allegiance to Elbaf. Like, Shanks clearly has a connection. Shanks clearly has an allegiance to Elbaf. It would make a lot of sense if Roger told Shanks before he died, hey, you know that egg we had? You know that big egg we had on our ship? You know Uranus, the ancient weapon? I'm gonna leave it at Elbaf, and I need you to guard it. It is your job, Shanks, to guard that egg on Egghead Island, or on Elbaf. And then it connects to mythologies, right? Think about how you have the Norse mythology of the great tree of Yggdrasil. There's supposed to be an eagle, a great bird, at the top of the tree that's labeled as a sky god. If you guys remember my Uranus videos from like many months ago, probably like over a year ago, we went a little bit into detail about that. I think that would be my best guess. That Uranus is on Elbaf and Shanks is like the protector or whatever. And it would be interesting, because then that would be another Yonko that had a connection to an ancient weapon. Because think about how Whitebeard was a Yonko, right? And Whitebeard had a deep connection to Fishman Island. And Fishman Island had Poseidon. Then think about Kaido. Kaido had a deep connection to Wano, and Wano had Pluton. So whether Whitebeard knew about, whether or not if Whitebeard knew that Poseidon was on Fishman Island, or Kaido knew that Pluton was in Wano, whether that's true or not, it still creates this narrative where like the emperors are somehow connected to an island housing an ancient weapon. So maybe Shanks is like the outlier. Like, Shanks is the one emperor, the one Yonko that's aware of the ancient weapon. Like, he knows it's on the island, whereas maybe Whitebeard didn't know Poseidon was on Fishman Island. And I don't think Kaido knew that Pluton was slumbering under Wano, right? And Big Mom had nothing, exactly. BM taking over Fishman Island after Whitebeard died too. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that for some reason. Yeah, so even Big Mom having that connection to Fishman Island. And then what does Fishman Island end up having? An ancient weapon. So, you know, Shanks having this deep allegiance to Elbaf, it makes a lot of sense that like Uranus is going to be on Elbaf. If Pluton is an Earth dragon controlling the ground, it would be interesting if Uranus is a sky god controlling the weather. I like Pluton being a mole, because like if Poseidon is like this water entity that's controlling sea kings, it would make a lot of sense if Pluton was like a ground entity that was manufacturing the ground, right? Like you would have a mermaid working the sea, then you would have like a mole working the ground, and then you would, for Uranus, you would have like a bird, some kind of flight animal creature deity working the sky. Like I don't think they need to double up, like have, you know, Uranus and Pluton both be you know, birds or like flying things. What if Uranus could only be powered by Joy Boy and maybe it's the same room with the giant hat? Oh, so you think Emu has Uranus? You know, he was hating on the theory battle stream. What is that? What are you talking about? You know, he was hating on the theory battle stream. Wait, what are you talking about? Yo, what's good, Lucas? Could Mars be looking at Vegapunk's awakening? I suppose he could, but I think the gurgle sound effect is a stomach growl because of York. By the way, FYI, I'm Oofmatic. Just rebranded the channel again. You could call me Lucas. Bro, Oofmatic, I know another Lucas. Are you that other Lucas I know? Search Gyarados, Groudon, and Kyogre. It's about ancient weapons. Yeah, so you know what would make more sense is the legendaries of the Hoenn region. Like instead of Gyarados, just make it Rayquaza, right? So you would have Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre, right? Instead of like Gyarados, Groudon, and Kyogre. We had a video based on that a while ago. If you look right here, like the top video, I made a video on the possibility that the three ancient weapons take like an inspiration from Pokemon Emeralds, because we know like not too long ago, I think it was like an interview question or maybe an SBS, Oda was talking about how he plays Pokemon Go. Right? Oda clearly knows what Pokemon is. I mean, he lives in Japan. Pokemon's a huge thing. Like, if you live in Japan, you probably know what Pokemon is. Like, you live in America, you know what Pokemon is, right? So, the linking Oda to Pokemon is not far-fetched at all. So, the three ancient weapons taking inspiration from the Hoenn region of Pokemon, Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, that would make a lot of sense. W for whoever made that parallel. I thought of it one time. Because, you know, I was going down the idea that, like, you know, shout out to Dak Sake. Obviously, I quoted him in the video. You know, thinking about how Poseidon is water-based, Pluton would be ground-based. I was thinking, like, water and ground, like Kyogre and Groudon. So wouldn't that make Uranus like Rayquaza? And I know I put Zapdos on the thumbnail, but ignore that. Ignore that. Yo, that's good, Parallel, because those Pokemon are ancient and been sleeping for years. And think about it this way, Chloe. They were saying, if you guys ever played Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald, you guys know, like, towards the 8th gym in the game, they said that, like, these sleeping creatures are coming out and they have the power to destroy the world, right? Like, Groudon has the power to destroy the world. Rayquaza, destroy the world. Kyogre, destroy the world. And what do they say about the ancient weapons in One Piece? Groudon's been slumbering, or Pluton's been slumbering for a very long time, and we know that the ancient weapons apparently have the power to destroy the world. So it makes a lot of sense to me that, like, the 3 ancient weapons, if they're gonna be like animalistic, if they're gonna have some kind of, like, you know, animal motif, some kind of like sentient style, it could be, you know, Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza from Pokemon. And if you guys are curious, as I said, check this video out right here. Look right here, chat. Oda lied about ancient weapons. They're ancient beasts. 11 months ago, chat. 11 months ago, I made a video. If you guys are curious about Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre, just check the video out. 11 months ago, chat. 11 months. Do you think we'll ever find out who wielded the sword stuck in the giant or iron giant, the one in Onigashima? You know, I wish Oda went down that road, but I don't think he will. I think that ship has sailed, bro. I would love that. I want to see, you know, that skull on Onigashima. I want to see an answer for that. I want to see a sword. I want that, right? I feel like it would improve the story. It adds more lore. You know, I like that. But I think Oda's not going to go back to it, you know? If he does, I'll be very happy. If there's a gun to my head and you ask me if he's going to go back to it, probably not. I feel like he should have did that in Wano. Maybe have like a little reference, be like, oh, I wonder who this skull is. This skull is of a very important being that used to be in Wano. Like, they could have gave us some little tidbit, but they didn't give us anything, you know? And shout out to Young Smokey with the big 20, bro. Y'all need to put respect on that boy Smokey's name, bro. Luffy could befriend ancient weapons similar to Naruto, Tail Beast. I like that, great son. You know, going back to Pokemon, think about Pokemon Emerald, right? You have the ability to capture Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza. In that game, as the character, while you play that game, you can capture these crazy legendary beasts, these crazy mythical Pokemon, these crazy legendary Pokemon. It's like Luffy, if he takes advantage of the 3 ancient weapons, it's as if he caught Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza. So, feel free to check out the video, guys. I posted it in the chat. We go a bit deep into that video. But shout out to Young Smokey. He said Rayquaza was the one that balanced Kyogre and Groudon. Primal Rayquaza is busted. Bro, shiny Rayquaza will forever be one of the best, like, Pokemon designs of all time. You guys can't tell me shiny Rayquaza is not him, bro. Bro, look how tough that is, bro. Look at that shit. Imagine playing Pokemon Emerald as a kid and getting like a shiny Rayquaza on accident. That shit's tough, bro. Look at that. That's lit, bro. Oh, it's not loading. All right. Yo, Anant, what's good, bro? Gurgle could be Pain Bubble. I don't know, man. I'm sticking to my stomach growl for Gurgle. I'm sticking to my stomach growl. I think it's York. Smokey, the goat of all goats. Like a fiend, I must collect all the Pokemans. Isn't Pluton a special battleship and Frankie was a confirmed blueprint? So here's the thing. I don't want to get too deep into Pluton, right? Because we've talked about Pluton on many streams. But I'll put it this way. If you remember NL's cover story, or I'm sorry, not NL's cover story. If you remember Gadatsu's cover story, you guys know the NL's worker, one of the priests, Gadatsu, the one with the weird black hair. You know how he fell from Skypiea and he had a whole cover story? He was piloting a mole as if it was a ship, right? He was using a mole as a ship. So, you know, it's possible that Pluton is again a mole, a really strong, powerful mole that can dig in the ground, that can make a mountain or whatever. And like they made a machine based off that animal. They made a machine based off of a mole, right? And that machine is a battleship. I think like that's a very plausible explanation. Let me see if I can find it. There's a page in the Gadatsu cover story where he's in. Look, let me find the actual page, because there's a page again. There's a page where he's in the helmet. He's literally piloting the mole. Yo, colored manga. I think that's the website. Yo, chat. Who has the link to colored manga? You guys know the website coloredmanga.com? Did they take it down? Because I know on coloredmanga.com they used to have a section for cover stories. You know an interesting thing, chat, about the Pluton mole theory? Do you guys remember this lady from do you guys remember her from Alabasta? She was labeled as a town destroyer. And Pluton is labeled as an island destroyer. Did you guys know that? I mentioned that in a few of my videos. She is labeled as town destroyer and Pluton is labeled as island destroyer. Merry Christmas. Yeah. So let me pull up Drophy, right? Drophy, the lady with the mole devil fruit. You can see here that they call her Town Collapser Drophy, right? They called her that in a Vivri card. Vivri card 179. Drophy is revealed as a town collapser. So it's kind of funny that Pluton is labeled as an island destroyer and then this mole lady is a town destroyer. And again, this information, it's in several videos. It's probably in this video I mentioned that. I think I mentioned it literally in this ancient weapon video. I mentioned how she's a town destroyer. Let's see. Let's see. 807. Used a mole woman to foreshadow the concept of Pluton being a mole. And it ties in even I know I mentioned it somewhere in this video. Destroyer. Okay, there we go. A mole devil fruit. The craziest thing about her is the fact that she's labeled as a town destroyer. I believe this is reminiscent of how Pluton as an ancient weapon is labeled as an island destroyer. Yeah, so like the concept, oh shit. Whoops, what did I just do? So the concept of Pluton being a mole fits the whole like thematic of it being, you know, ground based or whatever. To me, at least. You know, it would make a lot of sense if, you know, she's foreshadowing that. Evil looks better with a goatee. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate that. Goddamn, bro, how to glow up in 11 months. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, bro. Blackbeard will get Pluton. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm so 50-50. I'm so 50-50 because Oda wrote in this scenario of Caribou wanting to tell Blackbeard about ancient weapons. There's a reason for that. Oda did not just randomly have Caribou hear about the ancient weapons and then link up with the Blackbeard Pirates. There's a reason for that. But, you know, I'm still torn. I'm still 50-50 because I think it's Luffy ultimately that uses all three ancient weapons. So perhaps it's a scenario where Blackbeard grabs an ancient weapon and then Luffy has to, you know, fight and defeat Blackbeard to then utilize the ancient weapon and have the ancient weapon under his wing, you know? So it could be both. It could be that Blackbeard gets an ancient weapon, Luffy defeats Blackbeard, and now he has all the ancient weapons. And that could be, you know, maybe it's the same scenario for the road poneglyph. Maybe Luffy has to defeat Blackbeard for the last poneglyph, so then Luffy has all poneglyphs. When Luffy fights Blackbeard and defeats Blackbeard, he gets the final road poneglyph and all ancient weapons, you know? So then at least you have both scenarios. Blackbeard manipulated by Emu. He think is manipulating everyone to have what he wants, but Emu is manipulating everyone so Blackbeard get the pony to him. Pluton has to be a mole, and if you didn't see me say it before, mole being Mogura is translated to Earth Dragon, so that's what I was talking about. I thought Mogura was translated to mole. I thought the word Mogura was mole. Yeah, Mogura, mole. It's crazy how like the port near, you know, Pluton is called mole. You know, there's a whole bunch of reasons why, or there's a whole bunch of like evidence. There's a whole bunch of ideas why Pluton could be a mole. But I'm not sure about the dragon one. I thought Mogura meant mole. The money that Kinemon gave to Yamato was termed senbetsu. It means farewell gift or travel expenses to someone leaving a nation. See, King J, my problem with the cover story is Yamato wanted to stay behind, right? Yamato wanted to stay behind to protect Wano. Oden's biggest mistake was leaving Wano. So like, why would she follow in the footsteps of Oden's biggest mistake? She should correct that. You know, she should correct that mistake. And then also you have the whole idea that Yamato has a guardian of Wano devil fruit. You know, it just, and she didn't join the Straw Hats. It just seems like, why have her stay and then like turn around and be like, no, actually I'm gonna leave. That's why I'm so like torn on the Yamato situation. I feel like I'm getting pulled one way and I'm getting pulled the other way. You guys know that meme? Have you guys ever seen that meme where the kid is like hanging off a cliff and like his mom is holding him one way and his dad's holding him the other way? I feel like the left side, Yamato stays in Wano. The right side, Yamato leaves Wano. And then the hole in the middle is like, I don't even know what the hole in the middle would be, but it just, I feel like I'm being torn in the middle. I'm being torn apart. Yamato didn't say she wanted to protect Wano. She said she wants to explore Wano. Has she even explored Wano by this point? Does Mogura mean Earth Dragon? Trivia: the Earth Dragon part of this technique would usually be pronounced as Mogura and is actually the Japanese word for mole. However, given the nature of this technique and similar techniques from other elemental lines, the pronunciation and meaning are likely meant to be Earth Dragon and Doryu. What does it come from, Naruto? Well, Miles, I will give you that. I will give you this. I will give you this, but if you ask me, I think mole. I think it's mole. I think Pluton would be a mole. But, you know, if you want to go down this route, I understand that too. Blackbeard will get Pluton and destroy the Grand Line, which will create it all blue. I think Blackbeard messing with the Grand Line would be through Poseidon, because the Grand Line is like ocean currents, right? Because of the calm belt and stuff like that. I think it would more like if Blackbeard used Pluton to like alter the Grand Line, it would be because Blackbeard uses Pluton on the Red Line. If Blackbeard used Pluton to destroy the Red Line, then I guess it would affect the Grand Line. So I think that'd be a better way of pitching it, right? That'd be crazy. Blackbeard goes to Wano, uses the Quake Fruit, grabs Pluton, destroys part of the Red Line. But at the same time, damn, I felt like it's Luffy's job to destroy the Red Line. I always felt like it's Luffy that's gonna destroy the Red Line, bro. Luffy said he wasn't interested in ancient weapons, so I don't think he's going to use them. But the thing is, Luffy's also not really interested in poneglyphs, right? Luffy doesn't care about the poneglyphs and like reading them and shit like that. That's Robin's thing. You know, I think at the end of the day, like whether Luffy cares about it or not, like he'll still be led to, you know, utilize them. kind of like Luffy becoming the Pirate King. He wouldn't want to use the One Piece to take over the world, but he still wants to become Pirate King, and he'll most likely use the One Piece for good. Sunny is Pluton 2.0. Don't mess with Frankie. Now that Vegapunk died, Frankie will be the #1 genius. Blackbeard already has the devil, or have the motherfucking destroyer or Earth Destroyer fruit. Leave something for others. Blackbeard. Luffy didn't want his fleet. Yeah, he has one. Yeah, Luffy didn't really want a fleet of ships. He didn't want to run a whole fucking grand fleet. The Fishman prophecy is Katarina, not Luffy. Hey, yo, King J, what do you think about that? The Fishman Island prophecy is Katarina Devon. What do you think about that, King J? I know you have some choice words for that. I think that's Luffy himself. I agree. I agree. Which would make it easy to immediately destroy an island made of ground. Wait, so I don't think it's a literal dragon, but some sort of mythical creature similar to a mole, something that controls the earth. Exactly. So a flat out mole, to me, would be the best thing for an earth destroyer. Chat, does anyone know what chapter this cover story took place? Chat, does anyone know what chapter the mole took place? Does anyone know? Now it'll be Luffy with a giant punch destroying Marijois or Blackbeard. Yeah, I like the idea that Luffy punches Marijois so hard that it leaves a gaping hole. Right? And it causes like the destruction of Fishman Island. Yo, what's good, Eric? We already saw the Celestial Dragons try to take Poseidon. Oh yeah, they did. But they didn't even really, the funny thing is like, they didn't really realize it was an ancient weapon, right? Like they didn't even know it was an ancient weapon. They just thought she was cool because she was a mermaid, right? Okay, I'm gonna look for the chapter because there's a chapter where Gadatsu is inside of the helmet of the mole and he's literally piloting the mole, right? So it would make a lot of sense if like the parallel of a battleship of Pluton is like, it's like a machine mole. And yeah, right here, you see this, chat? Look at them, they're literally in the helmet of the mole, right? And then I think it might be the next few chapters. Yeah, you see that? You see this, chat? They're in the helmet of the mole. Dig, Earth boss. Shouldn't Pluton be an Earth boss, chat? Poseidon is the ocean boss. Pluton is the Earth boss. And Uranus is the sky boss. And this right here is foreshadowing it. But, yeah. I don't like that idea of Katarina destroying Fishman Island looking like Luffy. Yeah, I'm not really leaning towards that, but, to each their own. Luffy destroyed Nami's room and other symbols of oppression. Fishman Island being separated down as a symbol Luffy will destroy. Exactly. So Arlong Park, and you know what makes that so much better, King J? The whole aspect of Arlong Park was what? Fishman, right? Fishman and Arlong's hatred towards humans because of what he went through. Look at Fishman Island. It's Fishman, and they had to go through the bullshit of the Celestial Dragons. So I totally agree with that, King J. Luffy would destroy the Red Line Marijois above Fishman Island to parallel Arlong Park's tower. And that deeper meaning is like the destruction of oppression. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree. Devon can't copy the powers, right? So she'll not be able to make much big mess. So here's the thing. I don't think that Katarina Devon will have Saturn's powers. I think she's gonna mask herself as Saturn to manipulate people. I think that's her goal, right? Like, think about Alabasta, right? Bon Clay pretended to be Cobra, and Bon Clay caused a whole big issue, a whole big mess in the city of Alabasta. Do you remember that? So it could be a similar scenario where Katarina Devon pretends to be Saturn to cause a social issue. It doesn't have to be like she becomes Saturn to use power and become strong. It could be like a social issue. So maybe she can go talk to a certain group of people, talk to a certain character, and she's masked as Saturn, right? And that'll cause a whole big mess, similar to Bon Clay pretending to be Cobra in Alabasta. I don't think it has to be a physical thing. It could be like a social thing. Shout out to Young Smokey with the 20. Young Smokey, how do you just keep going and going, bro? Thank you. Arlong Park was also molded like a carnival, or modeled like a carnival, which him and Hachi used to look at when they were kids for cathartic feelings towards Arlong Park. Was also built for symbolism to hate and Fishman. Yeah, so also think about Sabaody, right? When Nami got to Sabaody, what did she say? Oh wow, the auction house looks exactly like Arlong Park, right? I think the reason why they made Arlong Park look like the slave auction house in Sabaody is because of the symbolism there. Like the reason why a lot of the reason why Arlong Park did what he did is because he has this deep underlying hatred towards humans, and you could connect it to Sabaody's slave auction house. But yeah, I think King J is right on point. Marijois. I can see Luffy using the biggest punch of all time to punch Marijois so hard it leaves a hole, and now there's a hole above Fishman Island. Or, dude, imagine Luffy fucking punches Emu into the red line. Luffy punches Emu into Marijois so hard that it leaves a hole in the red line. I also like the idea that Emu and Luffy use the moon. Have you guys ever thought about that? I like the idea of Luffy and Emu literally using the moon to cause destruction to the world. Because at the end of the day, Luffy's like his whole thing now is imagination, doing things that seem very cartoony, doing things that don't really make sense. Imagine Luffy punches the moon, or Emu controls the moon to alter the tides of the world. We know the moon controls the tides to an extent of the ocean. So I think the moon would have a great place in the final battle of Luffy versus Emu, you know? Maybe even Emu threatens to blow up the moon. Maybe Emu wants to get the moon and crash it onto planet Earth. It could be similar to Wano. They wanted to use they wanted to use Onigashima floating in the sky to crash into the flower capital. So Emu using the moon to crash into Marijois, or Emu using the moon to crash into something on Earth, would be a parallel to the Wano arc, which was the arc we got Gear 5 Nika in the first place. Shout out to my boy John Smith. Saint Miosgard knows Shirahoshi can control the Seed Kings. The CDs probably got that info out of him before he died. Charlos also wanted her, so they'll know, or so they'll finish her kidnapping. I forgot about that Miosgard detail. That's true. Could we assume that he told them all, though? Can we assume that he told everyone? Young Smokey's cooking today, bro. Chat, Young Smokey's cooking today. Young Smokey and King J, those are the MVPs. L's a runner-up. Where's that boy L, bro? L, you gotta cook in the chat, bro. Post something. What's good, Me Too, or Motu? Slim Shady, bro. We need NL to come down, man. We need NL to come down, bro. NL needs to come down from the moon, bro, because this is the arc to do it. This is the arc. NL should come down from the moon. This is the perfect arc for that. Look at all the machinery on the moon. Look at the idea that they're using electricity as a power source on the moon. This might be far-fetched now, but every arc has a timer from or people run from. Final arc's timer is for people to run away from Earth before Luffy's planet-sized punch punches the red line. See, I like that, but I like the moon more. What I was saying a second ago is exactly that, the whole timer thing, right? Like, you have what the Buster Call timer in Enies Lobby, you have Onigashima in Wano. There's always a timer every arc. So maybe like Imu using the moon or destroying the moon or trying to crash the moon could be the timer. Maybe Imu tries to pull the moon down. You guys ever play Zelda Ocarina or Majora's Mask? It's possible that Oda takes a little bit of inspiration from Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, where Imu tries to throw the moon into Earth, and Luffy being made of rubber, he just deflects the moon. Cause like, this is a manga, like this is an anime, like Luffy does these crazy silly things. You know, Imu trying to pull the moon down and smack it into Earth like Majora's Mask, Luffy would just bounce it back. You know, Luffy could become a giant net, like a giant trampoline, and when the moon almost hits Earth, he just bounces that shit back. And the moon would be a timer for the final arc. But at the same time, King J, it would be cool if the timer for the final arc is because of Luffy. Instead of the timer of the final arc being because of Imu, it could be because of Luffy. What are the chances that Saturn gave Roger his illness? Yeah, I actually... Me and our community here on the stream, we were saying that a long time ago. You know, as soon as we found out a little bit about Saturn, we connected Saturn to the Ushi Oni, and we learned that the Ushi Oni could create illnesses. The Ushi Oni would create an incurable illness. So we also know that Saturn was on God Valley along with Roger. Saturn was on God Valley along with Roger. So, you know, me and the community here on the stream, as soon as we found out about this incurable illness, we wondered if Saturn could have given it to Roger. And then after we found out about the incurable illness, it was proven that Saturn was on God Valley. So now you can instantly draw a connection where it's like the Ushi Oni creates an incurable illness, right? We know that Roger has an incurable illness, and we could connect Saturn to Roger because they were both on God Valley. Joy Boy sacrificed himself to stop it from destroying everyone below the red line. Whitebeard was also in God Valley, and he was ill too. In every arc, Straw Hats are the ones affected by the timer. In Egghead, Gorsei are the ones affected, and good guys are the ones who set it. This would lead Luffy to making a timer US. Yeah, I was thinking about that too while we were talking about it. The Egghead timer is because of Vegapunk, you know, having the whole message to release to the world. So I was thinking about that too. Like, you could be right, where like starting in Egghead, the timers are because of Luffy and the Alliance. So like, if Elbaf has a timer, it could be because of Luffy. It could be because of the Elbaf Alliance. And like, maybe like every major arc from here on out, this timer that seems to be detrimental to the world or the island is based off of Luffy and the Alliance, rather than like the enemies. Like, Wano would be the final one where it's from the enemies. That makes a lot of sense. Or some sort of celestial event powering up Luffy. It would be the sun, bro. I think the sun powering up Luffy would be sick. Like, what if the sun has like a solar flare or some shit? Like, the sun in the One Piece world has a solar flare and it makes Luffy stronger. I totally get what you mean about Imu and Luffy using the moon, but I thought it would be Blackbeard because he was crying in it at Oda's drawing. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense, but I think Imu has a much deeper connection to the moon than Blackbeard, you know? Because like all of the all of the Gores say they're based off planets. We know Luffy's the sun, and it seems like Pluton might be Earth based. Maybe even Lilith could be Earth based, be based on Lilith in real life. I feel like the moon is more interconnected to Emu than Blackbeard, and I made a video on that a while ago. Emu being the moon god. Emu being the moon god, I think that would be probably more likely. Or maybe if Emu's not the god, Emu is like the personification of the moon, right? Because, you know, I've stated this in many streams and videos. The One Piece world is in a geocentric model. They're in a geocentric way of thinking. Right? The geocentric way of thinking is that the solar system is orbiting Earth. And, you know, in real life, people used to think that the planets of the solar system were orbiting Earth. And we learned that that wasn't true, and that we actually live in a heliocentric world, meaning the solar system orbits the sun. So like the deeper meaning is that Emu is a false god trying to portray as something that people orbit, when in reality the people should be orbiting the sun, right? You could check that out in my this video right here, Emu's the moon god. And then I also pointed it out in this other video of the greatest D-clan theory. Have you ever wondered what this one? This video I talk a little bit about the Navaratna for Hinduism, the heliocentric model, the geocentric model. Like you can see right here in the One Piece world, in this diagram, that this is a geocentric model, because this big planet right here is Earth, and then you have other planets orbiting it. Didn't you make a theory about Law being moon god? I think that was Marshall D. Preach. Shout out to Alex, who's good, bro. I like how Saturn is running in a chopper, who will be the one to cure Luffy if he was to get a disease like Roger. Maybe the way Luffy's fruit is based off of a legend Nika Teach has one modeled off of old forgotten god Emu. I think, and I know this has been passed around for a while, but I think like Emu could be based off of multiple deities. Like Emu could take inspiration from Satan in Christianity, and Emu could take inspiration from the Umibozu from Japan. Emu could take inspiration from Hinduism through what's it called? King J. What would be the Emu inspiration from Hinduism? It slipped my mind, but I think Emu would take multiple inspirations. I don't think Emu would take only one inspiration. Plus Nero, right? Nerona. Didn't Nero kill his parents? I could see Emu, this like big bad of the One Piece world, killing his own parents. You know, he's supposed to be the biggest enemy, the biggest villain of One Piece. Basically, Emu taking inspirations. Yo, what's good, Mills? It's crazy all those people viewed, but none of them subbing to hear those, or subbing to hear some more great theories. Yo, listen to Mills. Chat, take some knowledge from Mills. Y'all need to be hitting the subscribe button. Emu is based on the Christian devil. Yeah, man. I mean, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. Emu leads satanic creatures that use pentagrams. We know that Satan Sama is an idea in the One Piece world. So the concept of Satan influencing Emu, it makes a lot of sense that, you know, Emu would take that inspiration, given that Emu erased himself. I mean, look at what Ivankov said. Ivankov said that Emu used to be a thing. Nerona Emu used to be a thing. But yet now the world doesn't know that Emu exists. No one knows that there's a king of the world. Well, this is going to sound very strange, but among the first 20 who created the world 800 years ago, there was a monarch named Saint Emu. Dude, Emu most likely faked their death, chat. Emu most likely faked their death, and that would come up as like a plot device. That'll come up as like a narrative device at some point in the story. Maybe like when the Straw Hats go to Laughtail, they figure out that Emu faked his death. Shouts out to the boy Augustus. Emu faked their death by body hopping. Yeah, man. And you know, it could be paralleled with the Punk Hazard arc. You see people going into different bodies, right? So like Punk Hazard could be a warm up to what Emu does. Especially like the reason in Punk Hazard that they switched vessels is because of Law's Devil Fruit, right? And we all believe that Emu is immortal because of Law's Devil Fruit. So it makes a lot of sense that Emu could body hop given the nature of Law's Devil Fruit and the nature of the Punk Hazard arc. My theory is Emu has ink, Devil Fruit, and can erase concepts because they're in a manga making Luffy a counter as a eraser. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Before One Piece, Oda was working on a manga where the main character was an eraser and the main antagonist was ink. I read that manga. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, Oda could be taking that, mixing it. But I don't think Emu is... The thing is we can point towards what Emu is represented by, what Emu is inspired by, but that doesn't mean that's the only thing Emu is inspired by. Like we can make 10 reasons why Emu would take inspiration from the Umibozu, but that doesn't mean that Emu is only inspired by Umibozu. We could make 10 reasons and list 10 reasons why Emu is inspired by Christianity's Satan, but that doesn't mean Emu is only inspired by Satan. Like it would be, that's why I think like Emu has to be a combination of things. Even when you look at Luffy is based off of multiple concepts, right? Luffy's not just one dimensional. Like Luffy's a lot more than just Hanumanji. So Emu being like the biggest villain in One Piece, ruling the world, doesn't it make a lot of sense that Emu would have multiple inspirations? I wonder what those red eyes can do because I know they do something probably crazy future sight. I don't know, man. We've had that debate. Maybe not me and you, but we've had that debate on the channel for years now. Emu is based on IRL, multiple concepts and multiple villains, OP, including Kanjuro, who could create life from nothing. I guess that could tie into the Gorosei. Like, we don't know. Like, did Emu create the Gorosei? Or were they people that Emu gave powers to? Because either way it could work. Emu is the Sea Devil. Yeah, we got a video on that too from a while back. Emu and Mihawk have the same eyes. I think a lot of people have the same eyes. I don't think it's just Emu. And I actually have to update this picture because there's more. I think Emu created yokai model devil fruits and fed them to the Gorosei, which allows him to control them. So how would that work with other devil fruits? Like, is it the case that when Emu creates a devil fruit that someone eats, Emu controls them? And if someone eats a devil fruit that Emu didn't make, then Emu doesn't control them? Is that what it would be? Would the moon god be a good guy or bad guy? I think it would be Emu. I think Emu hijacked the moon. I think Emu hijacked the moon. I think Emu faked their death by taking over Lily's body with the personality switch operation. Then the perpetual youth surgery was done on them. I wonder why Emu would take Lilith's body. Or Lily's body. Remember the game Comic Zone? The main character was the author of the The main character was the author of the comics. Then the villain got out and rewrite the story with the author inside and manipulate the story. I think Emu's like that. Yeah. I mean, look at Emu and the Gorosei. They've always manipulated the truth. Look at even the Alabasta arc. The Alabasta arc, they lied and said that Smoker saved Alabasta, and Smoker was upset about that, but we actually know it was Luffy. So it could be the situation. It could even be the same situation for God Valley. Like the world government, the Gorosei created a narrative that Garp is the hero of God Valley, when in reality, maybe Roger put in more work. Maybe Roger did something to really save God Valley, but they can't credit Roger. They want to credit Garp. And maybe that could add to why Garp hates the Celestial Dragons, just like how Smoker hates the Celestial Dragons. Like, I think in a lot of ways, Smoker and Garp are one and the same. Damn, chat, it's already been over 2 hours. I can say for a fact, Emu definitely forced the previous Ope Up and Omi user to use the surgery on her. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that scenario. I could definitely see that scenario. But chat, listen, chat, it's been a great time. It's been a great time. Luckily, we are not on a break. Okay, chat. So what does that mean? That means we're gonna have spoiler content soon. Chat, we're gonna get some spoilers. We're gonna get another chapter. You guys might get some content. We got some theories in the vault, chat. We got lots of theories in the vault. I've spoken on the ancient robot theory. I spoke on the ancient kingdom, Luffy's dream. I greatly appreciate everyone sliding through. Y'all are amazing. I love y'all dearly. Thank you to everyone who came through and subscribed, liked the stream. We're just hanging out, even if you're just lurking in the stream. Love you too. Shout out to everyone who went above and beyond with the super chats. As I say, chat, super chats and all of that is totally optional. I try to read as many chats as possible. Anytime you guys are talking in the chat, I try my best to read it. Sometimes it's just very difficult to read every single message, you know? But you guys are very understanding, and I appreciate it. I have the most goated community of all time. The most goated community, chat. It's y'all watching the stream. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the noti bell so you know when we go live, so you know when we drop videos. We'll start again soon. Y'all are amazing. I love y'all greatly. Chat, never give up on yourself. Chat, always fight for your dreams. Chat, never give up in life. Whether you want to be a rapper, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a marine biologist, you want to be a fucking basketball player, maybe you guys want to do YouTube. Chat, whatever it is you guys want to do in life, you can't give up. The road to success, the road to reaching your goal, there's going to be mistakes along the way. There's going to be obstacles along the way, chat. You can't just give up because you made a mistake. You can't just give up because you took an L. You have to keep going, chat. You have to keep going. I hope I could feed you guys my energy and my positivity, because I could die any day, chat. I could die today. I could die tomorrow. At least I want to leave a positive influence on people. I want you guys to be able to do better in life. I want you guys to be happy, live on a high vibration, chat. Don't succumb to the lower vibrations of what you see on the news. You know, these news stations, they broadcast things to bring you to a lower vibration. They want you to live in the bottom 3 chakras. Chat, you got to open your heart. The 4th chakra, you open your heart. You have heart coherence. By believing in liberty, by believing in joy, by believing in bliss, by believing in freedom, you open your heart and you have direct, healthy thoughts. That's called mind coherence. When you have good emotion, it's called heart coherence. And when you have intended thought and you have intended goals and you have an intended plan, that's called mind coherence, chat. If you want to unlock the key to the 4th dimension, if you want to unlock your mind, if you want to craft your fate, if you want to craft your reality, chat, mind coherence and heart coherence, chat. So I love y'all so much. Never give up on yourselves. I wish everyone a nice morning, day, or night, wherever y'all are. Y'all are amazing. Love you guys so much.